Austin Air Company presents Listen to My AC Run.
Hi, my name is Ray Austin. I'm the owner of Austin Air Company, and today's subject is going to be listen to my air conditioner run. Now, basically, these are two condensers that I installed. One was on a complete system, one was on a conversion type change out. And part of the reason for this video is basically to show you that what a modern day air conditioner sounds like when it's running. There's a lot of misconceptions according to sound, and obviously sound is a very subjective type term, because how loud is loud? I mean, if you're screaming at the top of your lungs, that's loud. If you're talking in a moderate voice, that's considered soft. If you're talking in a whisper, well, a lot of times, these noises that we hear can be related to age of the equipment, installation methods, among a host of various other background noises that we take for granted. So that's what this video is really designed to do. It's basically designed to show you what a brand new unit installed and surrounding noises to one degree or another, just to give you an overall generalized view that pretty much all equipment, every manufacturer out there, pretty much makes a quiet unit. Now, there's some differentiations depending on what the equipment is designed to do. So, you got to take it for what it is, and the only way that you're going to notice odd noises is that it varies on equipment brand. It varies on what the equipment SEER rating, whether it's inverter or whether it's plain old normal analog type controls that are controlling the signal to turn it on or off. Typically, when you get into inverter systems, these are usually more or less communicating type systems, and so they get away from using an electric signal as a means of turning it on or off. It's not saying that you can't have it that way. It's just saying that, as time progresses, we're going more and more toward a digital type system, which basically means that it's using a different method. It's still an electric signal, but it's geared more along the lines of a communicating signal. And so that's about as far as I'm going to delve into on that topic, because I wanted to keep this condensed somewhat, to let you see. It basically got two brands, Amana and Comfort Maker, and you'll be surprised if you watch the whole video all the way to the end. You'll be surprised which one is actually quieter, which actually out of these two, which one that I've actually deemed quieter. You'll probably be surprised. So anyways, with that said, stay tuned. I think you may find this interesting. This is going to be before and after type video. This compressor locked up. I could get it to run for maybe 15-20 seconds and then it would throw the breaker. So it's got an overamping problem. It's drawn probably about 6-7 amps over nameplate, and so it's got an internal bearing problem, most likely. I think the Chiquitas, or whatever you call them, are noisier than the unit. This thing's purring like a kitten. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That really is a cute little unit. And as you can see, we didn't do any real damage to the shrub. That's kind of a complicated thing sometimes, is getting the old unit in there without tearing something up. We did have to cut a little bit off the shrub, though, as you can see right here. Had to cut off because we couldn't get the old unit out, nor get the new unit in with that thing in the way. What's that I hear running?
You don't hear anything.
It's a comfort maker. Let's make some comfort.
So, which one is quieter? Which one did you pick? If you picked the comfort maker, unfortunately, you're wrong. It is the Amana. And part of the reason why I come to this conclusion is because of my audio meter, and I'm going to demonstrate this as best I can, but there's also important information associated with the Amana in that it has a compressor blanket. Plus, on top of that, there's a lot of background noise with the insects doing their thing in the background. Okay, this is just a still that I grabbed from the timeline because I want to point out the waveform on the Comfort Maker is very rough, whereas the waveform on the Amana is very smooth. Also notice that in the upper left-hand corner of each chart, you've got the little meter, and on the Comfort Maker it goes into the yellow, and Amana it stays within the green. Just note that this isn't discernible from the human ear.
That concludes today's video segment on Listen to My AC Run. I hope you've enjoyed this little segment, and kind of dispels the notion that somehow one brand of equipment is somehow vastly noisier than another brand. In the modern day of air conditioning equipment as of today, there's very little difference from one brand to the next as far as quietness. Now, obviously, the ultimately most quiet unit you can buy would be an inverter system, but it still is going to come down to proper installation and doing it the right way. You take shortcuts or do anything out of the recommendations of the manufacturer, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to have noise problems to one degree or another. And with that said, there's some manufacturers that do things a little differently in the cycling of the equipment, and therefore you can have odd noises such as hissing noises. These are typically normal operational, so it really just depends on the manufacturer and how they go about cycling the equipment off. So those are things to understand, and realize that noise is a subjective issue. How loud is loud. So I hope you gained some insight with this video, and thank you for watching. My name is Ray Austin with Austin Air Company. You live in the Katy, Texas, Cypress, Texas, or Richmond, Texas areas, you can give me a call at 832-475-6895. Or for more information, you can always visit me on my main website at www.austinairco.com. Thank you for watching. I hope your day is comfortable. Bye.
Don't sweat on me, bro.